me! I'm Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm falling over!
Dang it. Ayo, it's Wacko, and I've been trying to do something different with this video. I'm not very good at it, so let's talk about something else. When I was 8 years old, my brother showed me this little website known only as sonicgames.com. A site full of a bunch of Sonic stuff, like a character creator, the Nazo animations, a cool card game that I can't find anywhere on the internet now, and our favorite thing on the website, Final Fantasy Sonic X 6. This game is honestly a big part of my childhood. I replayed it all the time and quoted it with my brother any chance we got. For something a stranger on the internet made over a decade ago, it meant a lot to me. And my brother. Actually, maybe we should let my brother say what it meant to him. Aubrey, what does it mean to you? The series had humble beginnings. Really humble beginnings. The first game isn't very good. It looks like a bad Flash game, had basic uninteresting dialogue, and the UI was just awful. The game is pretty short too, only having 2 battles, neither of which gives you any choices, and both of which are super short and easy. I don't even think it's possible to lose. It's clear this was only made to make it. Some kid thought it would be cool, so he did his best. And for a 14-year-old, it's pretty good. It's not void of good design, but it's clear most of the thought went into the story, not the gameplay. Like how Sonic uses his sprite from Sonic 3, but once he gets knocked out, he's given, a new body by X and Zero, who are also in this game, for some reason. But afterwards, he uses his advanced sprite, showing that he actually did change. That's clever, but in contrast to that, when asked if you want to train, if you say yes, it just plays a training animation, not actually letting you train, which shows that this game is really trying to be more of a cool movie than a good game. I mean, future episodes replace the start button with start movie, and they're literally called episodes. With all that said, it also had this.
Here I come!
It's objectively not a great game, but it still feels really special because it was made by a 14-year-old in his free time, and you can feel his passion for it in the game itself. It reminds me a lot of my old Minecraft stop-motion projects. These were just as bad, but we both put passion into what we were making. As the games progressed, you could see him getting better and trying new things. Episode 2 improves on the battles and the UI. Even though they both still sucked, the story was getting more developed. New characters were introduced. I mean, he even tried a different gameplay type where you look around this image for 4 names. But for the life of me, I can't find the last one.
Where's that damn 4th
name? Episode 3 is even better and features the original character, Aeon, along with the best line from any of the games. It was written by a teenager. The series was improving, but was still obviously not professionally made. The creator was struggling to find the right balance between story and gameplay. Like in episode 4, you get a lot of dialogue and funny moments, but the battle is barely a thing, and you kinda just need to press anything to continue. Episode 5 is the exact opposite, with barely any story or cutscenes, but it's mostly just one large fight. But the fight is so long and requires you to play somewhat optimally, which means you can screw yourself up if you just start by spamming fireballs, and then you'll have to restart the whole thing and slowly whittle his health down. It can take quite a while. No one really cared though. These games weren't made to make money, no one was hired to make them. The creator just wanted to make something because it was cool, and I can relate to that. The series was made by Black Devil X, also known as Rob Lewis, back in the lousy year of 2002. You can tell it's lousy because I wasn't born. At this time, work began on a project that would continue for nearly 20 years. That project became Final Fantasy Sonic X. Somehow, it picked up traction and became a massive hit, each game getting more and more complex before eventually being stopped. FFSX 7 never came out. From the videos on his YouTube channel, we know he worked on it for at least 12 years. It was set to be the biggest, most massive episode yet, but it never released. It was cancelled, with the creator saying that he's 35 and doesn't feel like working on this kind of stuff anymore. He does say episode 7 is going to release, but I mean, no one's really sure if that's still the case. I can't really blame him though. With my stop motion projects, I used to make them all the time, but eventually stopped and moved on to other projects, like this YouTube channel. I still do have my old videos though, but they're not great.
What? Oh, where am I? Oh, well, let's go exploring.
I was even working on a full stop-motion Skylanders movie, which was gonna be awful. Good thing I don't have it saved anywhere.
Hey, Grim. I'm gonna ask Whirlwind on a date.
This is fire!
You've probably noticed that I haven't talked about one of the entries. That's because, unlike the first 5 episodes, episode 6 is actually good. This game was a huge part of my childhood. It's incredibly short, just being one fight, one quick time event, and a couple cutscenes. But to me, it was just awesome. There's dynamic animations, everything looks beautiful, there's freaking voice acting.
Alright, Hedgehog, I'm through playing games.
The production of this series had a huge jump and became something with actual quality to it. After 4 years of work, Rob Lewis, Black Devil X, was able to make something this good, which I was never able to do with these guys, or the stupid Skylanders. This game is genuinely good. The battle is pretty easy, but it's the perfect length for the fight. You're given a ton of different moves, and you'll naturally want to try out each one. And as you do, you'll build up power gauges, and of course you'll want to try those out. After you've used every mechanic you have, you still have a bit of fight left and can actually try strategies. It's not much, and the battle isn't difficult, but it didn't need to be. It's not too short to not let you make decisions, but isn't too long to make it dreadful. For a Flash game, it's the perfect fight. Then you get this beautiful cutscene with iconic funny moments like,
Hey, I've got an idea. Let's take off his shoes.
Don't touch the shoes!
I still say this line way too often. That's one part that works really well. The writing. There's comedic moments and witty one-liners.
Come on, Shadow, let's go! Me? Why do I have to go?
Aww, what's the matter? This shouldn't be a problem for the ultimate life form.
Fine.
Good job, Shadow. You got us lost.
Me? You're the one who got us lost.
Whatever.
Sonic and Shadow's dynamic works really well. It's sad that the story never got to properly conclude, because the character writing was actually really good. We've moved quite a long way from the best line of the series. This series really means a lot to me, which sounds cliche, but I mean it. As a kid, I loved it because it features some of my favorite characters doing awesome stuff. But now, I look at it as a story of a kid who's gone so far into making something this good. It's inspiring and makes me think whether I could do something like this someday. I think it's time I try.